You know I'm wasted thinking about it. Tonight I'd lie for you, baby. Honestly, honestly.
I never wanna hold you back. I wanna give you every chance to make it, to make it. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking. Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on. I never wanna hold you back. I wanna give you every chance, and I'll stand against all enemies, your enemies. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking, but I'll still be your superhero. I'll be your superhero.
Ah, we are here. We are back once more. Hang on. I'm sure we're getting worse at this. Let's bring in the screen. Good evening, everyone. This is RollingSwarm. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are returning, for those of you who are new here, if you're watching live, welcome. You're in for one hell of a treat. For those of you that are watching this back after the fact, it's a long one, but you have the luxury of being able to skip through the chat. Anyways, whatever time it is that you're watching, I hope you have a lot of fun here with me this evening. Yeah, so we're on day 7 of the Twister Ascent Tournament EU server. We've just seen Asia, and we're really getting to crunch time now for a lot of teams. Clans, I should say, actually, in in Twister 2019. It's all about the clans. So we are following Endgame, e.g. tonight. They've got a buy round as per, so their game will be starting at 2030. What I want to do, I don't think I'll show a replay beforehand. I want to have a quick look, dissect the table. It's something I want to do. You can be here and enjoy it or not. I don't mind. But no, it's great. We've got lots of people in the chat. Hamish the Ham is is doing a good job of reminding people that there's no coins. And we've got the Tingos, Mad Mike, Sarah 420, of course, Canada, Steve Bowen, Rollerman. Scrolling up through the chat, Fenrir. It's looking pretty good. We've got some good people here. Baba, UBYG, Daniel Sevic. Lovely stuff, and I'm sure more of you are coming. So if you are watching, please do get stuck into the live chat. Obviously, keep it clean, keep it family friendly. The mod squad are out force, but of course, do root for your team. And if someone does something stupid, call them out on it. Most of all, rolling. That's probably where 99% of the errors will come from in this stream. Anyways, as always, as well, let me know about the audio. I don't really have a foolproof means of getting the balance when we go live, so it's kind of up to you guys to say if the audio quality is good, if the sound balance is okay. Anyways, we're here in my garage. I've got suckered into buying the new, I say new, the re-released the Tokyo Game Show camo. I had it on the 4202 a while ago, and well, when it first came out back in 2017. And it is one of my favorite all-time camos. Wargaming, if you don't want to give me the professional camouflage for doing the Twister streams, I'll take this. I'll take one of these on all my tanks. Cheers, that'd be great. It's beautiful, and I just think it makes my 4005 look beautiful. Absolutely superb. I'm a huge fan. Anyways. Less faffing about. It's good to catch up with the chat. It's good to get the stream up and running. We've got about 15 minutes before we get stuck in. There have been some teams that have played a couple of games so far. Now let's see. Oh god, where's it gone? Oh, we've lost it. Twister, the Blitz assistant is very buggy. There's no two ways to describe it, and I thought it was a very buggy program. I didn't know why it was so buggy, and when I found out recently that it had been discontinued, it all clicked into place, and everything started making sense. So that really does explain everything. Now I'm just loading previous tournaments. Okay, it doesn't want to display this tournament for whatever reason. The third ticketed tournament. So this is the second to last Twister Ascent. We'll have to ditch that. Which is a bit of a shame. And we can go and have a look now and But, you know, let's see, try one more time, because the website just doesn't do a good job of showing the brackets, which is a real shame. Is there a way to search for the tournament? I don't think so. I can see every other tournament apart from this one. Wargaming. I'm a little bit depressed that they discontinued this. Okay, let's go and just jump into the tournaments tab anyway, because it's working here at the very least. So these are the teams in. Let's just do some Spotify going down a bit. It's probably too quiet for you now, but it's just right for me. Now, yes, it looks like so. Souls, Janice, and Czech Predators have actually been knocked out. Which is so far. I'll show you my predictions a little bit later on. Actually, I can probably show you now. Let's see if I can bring this in. I did take a screenshot earlier, check that out. Hopefully you can see this. So this is basically what was on the Blitz Assistant app, but when I went to refresh the tournament, I lost the tournament. I couldn't actually see the third ticketed tournament on EU. So this layout's really good. I wish they would integrate this into the game somehow, because it's so clear. This kind of just this list of teams listed by quarterfinals, top 16, semifinals. It ain't easy to read. This is really simple. So, having a look at the chart, we can see that Kraken Esports went through. That's as I predicted. Janice lost to L1T, formerly LXN, which is not my prediction. And Czech Predators, well, they lost to BHBP, the basically best Hungarian Blitz players, which is in line with my prediction. So I'm actually 2 out of 3 at the moment on my predictions. I've got a 66% hit rate on predictions. What we're going to see is Kraken Esports play Loka R2K versus UN1, Raid versus ESA, First Alliance versus 1NV. The top half of the group, you've got Raid, R2K, and Loka. 3 of the big names, as far as I'm concerned, and also Kraken Esports, UN1, ESA, First Alliance, 1NV. There's some, I mean, all the teams in the ticketed tournaments now are pretty damn hot. But there's 3 big shots. How I would kind of basically say, like, you get too many of these kind of teams in your group, you're a little bit overweighted. The balance looks good. So that's the top half. In the bottom half of the group, bearing in mind there's 19 teams playing today. 13 got a straight bye. 6 had to play the step before 1 to 16. We'll have a look actually at the rewards in a bit, because that's quite important. I think basically Janice now are not able to breach the top 8. They needed a stellar performance, and obviously they're not going to get that, having getting knocked out before the top 16. It's quite a low cup score. I think they've got tickets. Maybe they don't have tickets. I'm not sure, but I don't think Janice can make the top 8, which is really sad. And they've been very active on channel, and they're great people. So, let's see. So in the bottom half, Janice versus L1T. Janice lost. L1T are going to go through and face Carnage. Carnage currently leading the scoreboard by a long way. You can check out the cups. Narvin will play Win. That's quite interesting. Both of them are top 8. I basically thought I think Narvin will beat Win. I won't lie. I've got a bit of a soft spot for who is next. But Narvin have been looking pretty fierce. They've got a strong roster, a lot of First Alliance, some of the very experienced core there. But Win have done well. I mean, they've beaten EG, and they've gone through, they've played some really tough games. Win could beat Narvin. It's close, but I at the end of it, I went with my gut instinct and I picked Narvin. but it's just a feeling. Obviously, I'd love to see Win go through. And we'll see BHBP versus Endgame. That's the match that we actually will see. BHBP versus Endgame. We're following Endgame. We're not going with brackets with the Asia server. Because Wargaming staff were in the office, they could manually put us into the groups, and that was great. Even though the team we were set to follow, TNMN, went out basically in the first round, we could still get put manually into the groups. Now, unfortunately, Wargaming are not in the office at the moment, this ungodly hour of the evening. So if Endgame go out, the stream is kaput. So Endgame versus BHBP. We're expecting Endgame to go through and ultimately face Carnage in the semis. Then we've got Immor versus Tercios. Immortals, they're chasing a top 16 spot at the moment. They had a really tough week 1, but they seem to really have rallied in week 2. And getting a bye into the top 16 will be quite good for them. Tercios won't be easy, but I'm rooting for Immor. As I said, Immor will go through to the quarterfinals. So we'll have to see. Well, now let's actually have a look at this. Is the leaderboard as it stands. And Red Baron saying the voice audio is very strange. Can we just get a confirmation? Now we're just going to do some... Oh god, my wire's stuck. No. Okay, Hamish said it's fine. I'm going to assume that it's a speaker. Just a bit weird. Okay. Like me. Ooh. Catastrophic Cannon says audio sounds good. Oh Clown from House says Brexit. Okay, let's see if we can't just do a little bit of wire management. Hold on. No, I appreciate that might have been quite painful for you. Okay, well, if there was a connection issue, hopefully it is doing much better now. And I think when I did that, you would have heard the fan and you would have had some connection noises. So I apologize for any any discomfort that caused you. But better to see it. Anyways, here we are. This is the scoreboard. We can see top 8 at the moment. Now, we can see that top 8 are looking pretty solid. Carnage are way ahead, 800 cups clear of the nearest team, Endgame. They've done really, really well indeed. Endgame, Navin, and Loka in strong positions. They are ahead of FBI, but FBI have only got one set of tickets, and FBI aren't actually in this evening's tournament. They're going to be playing their tickets on Saturday. They need to do quite well, potentially, to stay in the top 8. It depends how some of the lower teams do this evening or Saturday, to be fair. Also, yes, I agreed with Canada. Please avoid the topic of politics. We're here for the games. Oh, the room invite's up. Fantastic. I'm just going to click ready there so we don't miss it. But yeah, Endgame, we're expecting them to do quite well this evening. These are the cups for the top 8. First Alliance, BHBP. P and 1 NV and potential. Well, I think actually First Alliance, 1 NV, and ESA are actually the people that can contest now the top 8. APA might not be able to. They've got one set of tickets. They have to pretty much win it on Saturday. Same time, we'll have APA and FBI in on Saturday. L1T, I don't think they've got enough tickets, but I think they will lock themselves in for a top 16 spot overall with a good performance this evening. We have to see lots of things coming in. Now let's see, what's the map first up? Dynasty's Pearl. Here we are, Dynasty's Pearl. Bringing up strat sketch for everyone. Ooh, a little bit too far up. That's good enough, that'll do. Dynasty's Pearl, tiny map, very, very small map. Yes, so a very is that the Sea Dragon? Let's go. Yes. So 3 minutes to go. Endgame versus BHBP. We're ready. It is Dynasty's Pearl. We've seen Endgame have worked some pretty interesting strats with the Jaegeru as bait here. I don't know if they're going to try and pull that again. We haven't seen... we have not seen BHBP on... Yeah, we haven't seen BHBP on stream yet so far. So it'll be quite interesting, I think, to see how they perform against Endgame. Endgame are the huge favourites, both on paper in terms of stats, and also in terms of their performance so far in the tournament. Endgame have been doing really well. They're number 2 on the leaderboards. They've only really kind of been unsettled by Carnage. Of course, they have lost to Win. I think a couple of other teams have knocked them out in some of the ticketed tournaments, but they've put in solid performances all round. 1.5 minutes to go. Having a look at this map, under the current meta, which is the Fosh's, the FV215Bs, okay. 1 minute to go. Yeah, with the current meta, I think it's strange because at the moment, because we've got such fast tanks, teams can't really focus on one flank or the other. They kind of have to split their attention, either kind of going for this kind of area simultaneously or this area simultaneously. Teams need to be very well disciplined and have a good dispersion on this map. Clustering leaves yourself too open to counter pushes. This channel here is proving to be absolutely vital. If teams overcommit to, example, C or A, if the enemy team has got forces getting spots in, say, for example, one team overcommits A, the other team has got tanks getting spots in here, their allies will then push in through B and execute a pincer. And that's why I think that we're seeing it's quite difficult to rush one side of the map here reliably. Now, Endgame versus BHBP, best of 3, single elimination. Obviously, we are neutral, but because we're following Endgame, we really hope that they do it. Now, Endgame, red team south spawn versus BHBP blue team north spawn. Endgame with a quadruple FV215B, triple Foch 155, no mediums on the board. They're going up against BHBP with a triple IS4, double mouse T110E3 and a bat chat. The bat chat, Mr. Benya, getting spots in, you can see here. BHBP Blues spreading the net wide, the bat chat on A. He might be making a quick cap. Think he's going for the cap. Yes, he is. Good play. He can then quickly rotate round. BHBP looking potentially vulnerable here. Voopsy and Shock going into the city unspotted. RG, or Shock's been spotted. RG's coming up as well. Orca rotating round. Ventnom, bot for you. And Nico holding well. Mr. Benya gets safe. Does he get safe? Yes, he does. RG takes a little bit of damage. Cap points in the favor of BHBP at the moment. Hit points, RG not trading effectively. Just getting outplayed by the mouse tanks. And there is a push coming from BHBP potentially. They're rotating, but the mouse tanks do not rotate well. But they are pushing now on bot for you and Ventnom. Great play by BHBP. Bot for you is looking low. BHBP with now a hit point lead and cap lead. Oh, Uti goes down. Voopsy, the Foshes have come in. This is the counter that we're talking about. The Foshes are so fast. The BHBP mouses are out of the fight. Mr. Benya's gone down. Ventnom's holding well. He's got the damage mod down. He's tracked though. He will maybe take one more. Yes, he does, but he does have support. RG's there laying in the hurt. Doesn't quite connect. Mr. Benya coming in. Nico as well, rotating in for shots. Ventnom goes down. It's 2 guns down apiece, but the hit points are swinging back in the favor of EG. EG as well with the Foch tanks have the DPM. Orca in the Foch 155 taking down Cami. 3 guns down apiece. It's close. This is very close. It's a 4-on-3 now. Oh, Shock laying out a big hit. RG looking for the kill shot. Doesn't quite connect. Sergeant Banshee and Doriti, the mouse tanks. They're not good tanks to carry. Certainly 2 mouse tanks versus 3 155s. Not ideal. Bounces off the top of RG. Critical bounce. RG is a one-shot. He wants to kind of get in and bring the DPM to bear, but at the same time, he doesn't want to go down. Voopsy, Shock, and Orca putting in big hits. Orca getting rushed by Doriti. RG putting in more damage, making his last hit point sing. Oh, Orca's unlucky. RG goes down to Banshee, but Banshee goes down to Voops. Doriti will try and get a block in on Orca. Shock needs to come in. Moments too late. But EG with pretty much 2,700 hit points on the table and 2 quite healthy Foch tanks. They've done a really good job there. And you see what we were talking about, that rotation. Now, although BHBP had the mouse tanks kind of in this area, and they were kind of countering the push, Endgame brought the Foch 155s to chase the Batchat out. The Batchat rotated round, joined the push here. BHBP's tanks, other than the mouse tanks, were pushing out here, and they got isolated. They got some early guns, they took bot for you down very quickly indeed, but because the Foch 155 is so fast, they disengaged from the mouse tanks, brought the numbers in, got the flank on, double tap, auto loading TD, lots of damage, thank you very much. They swung that ball round very quickly, and by the time the mouse tanks were able to engage, Endgame had carved themselves out a very nice kind of situation all round. And so it's I don't know. That is what we're talking about. This middle route here, we saw this is where the Foch 155s came from. That was a pincer, that was the counter push, flank. And that ultimately saved Endgame's bacon with BHBP isolating Bot4U and a couple of other tanks out there. So let's see. I'm trying to see, is it my mic position which is the problem? Maybe it is. Well, we're ready. We're going back in. BHBP going old school, fused with new school here. Double Fosh. But that's all of the new meta they're bringing. This could be bad for them. They're bringing the 50B, and as far as I can tell, the 50B is a hard no under the current meta. Certainly the Fosh 155 eats 50Bs for breakfast. No changes to the right lineup from Endgame. I don't know if they've changed any players around in any tanks, but certainly this is a solid lineup by Endgame. Red team, North Spawn. BHBP, blue team, South Spawn this time. They need to win this one to take it through to a tiebreak with the hopes of staying in. Endgame win this, go through to the quarterfinals, top 8. And BHBP are going hard into the city, deep into A. The 50B is leading the charge. They've got one Fosh on one flank. The Fosh is reuniting on the side of A. IS4 is coming in and support the T110E3 in the backline. Shock and Voopsy, are they out of position? No, they're not. They're in a good spot here. And there's a lot of spots. There's 6 out of the 7 tanks of BHBP were spotted. Deruti now will be coming in, getting counterfire. Big hit into Bot4U. Bot4U overextending just a touch. The 50Bs will be looking potentially to get wide on this fire lane here. Maybe engage Bot4U and RG. Okay, we can take down the game sound a touch. Yeah, we can do that. Now RG and Voopsy have taken some damage, but Endgame here with 2 caps to 1. Also B, they'll be able to defend it very well. Voopsy is in a great position to just push up onto that hill. The Fosh 155, it's got surprisingly good hill climbing abilities. Orca's calling for help, and he's going wide through the through EG's spawn. Going back through the spawn. We're seeing a rotation here from both teams. Looks like BHBP, they're getting spotted on the cross. Kami takes a huge hit. Orca with that connection. Ventnom getting stuck in, pulling back. Voopsy looking to lay out the hurts. No connections there. Voopsy and Banshee missing each other. Nico potentially in trouble. He's dropped the defensive buff, and the hit points are falling off the blue team here. BHBP are getting hammered. Nico will potentially be going down. RG. Oh, Nico, yeah, caught some fire. It's a gun down for each. Mr. Benya in the 50B, and Nico down. RG, he's in a good position, needs to pull back, has support from Bot4U. Ventnom looking pretty healthy, is getting chased. He's going to push out. Banshee misses. Voopsy's got 2 in the chamber, looking to connect. Voopsy can probably survive a hit from Banshee. Orca takes down Deriti. Batchika coming into the back of Ventnom. Ventnom will be able to potentially finish. Kami takes 1 hit. Banshee goes down to Voopsy. Batchika getting some big hits in. Ventnom finishes it off, but it's a clear-cut win on points for Endgame. Resisting the push very effectively, and you look at the hit point difference there, the number of guns on the table, 6 to 3, an extra almost 4k being inflicted by Endgame over BHBP. It's the speed of the current meta. The problem that BHBP have is the speed discrepancy. The IS4s are quite slow. The T110E3 is relatively slow on a straight line compared to the 50Bs and the Foshes. So but the 215B with the speed boost and having 3 Foshes on the table makes Endgame's lineup. It moves at the same speed and it moves faster overall on average. It gives them the ability to rotate more aggressively, respond to pushes more effectively. And that's where the strength of the new meta lies. Predominantly, people think that it's actually to do with the OP damage of the Fosh. And while that plays a part, the fact that it can do the damage and also hustle That's where the beautiful synergy is coming in. And you pair that with the FE2 on 5B that can dig down into nice hull down positions, good gun handling, the ability to resist damage, buff its hit point pool significantly, along with the T22, which is flat out OP in a brawl, basically in a knife fight close quarters, bounces for days, super strong turret, really weird side armor profile. And so Endgame beating a BHBP quite comfortably, 2-0. They'll go through to the quarterfinals, the top 8. BHBP getting knocked out. I think BHBP falling out at this stage won't be able to make the top 8 now, regardless of how well they perform on Saturday, if they indeed have a second ticket. I don't know. We can check. We did get some comments the gain sound was maybe too loud. I can take that on board. We'll turn it down by 25%. So really good to see chat alive and kicking. It's the same. It's the usual suspects. I love you. Well, happy Kiwis here too. Andic21, Next Gen, ML Gamer, Adriana Persa, Catastrophic Canada. That's a great name. Sounds fine now. That's good. We'll take that. Okay. 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 He says again. Pablo. Good to see you. Fidel Jimenez Garcia. Hola. Do I speak Spanish? I do not. I don't know. I don't even know what no is in Spanish. I know that yes is sí. Okay. So we're in the garage. We've got a little bit of time to kill. Fenrir is absolutely right. Please do, of course, like the video. All of those metrics are quite useful when I go and have a chat with Wargaming and say, like, hey, you should totally invite me to Minsk. As well, also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. You stay up to date with all the notifications. And also, your name will appear with the subscriber shark doing a little dance for you. On stream, live on stream, it will say, so-and-so, whatever your name is, has subscribed to the channel. At least in theory, that's what should be happening. I don't know if it's working every time, but it's certainly working sometimes. Spotify giving us some grief. When is the next game? No, we don't want to go to training rooms. We want to go to tournaments. And Endgame will be playing, we don't know who yet, in about 19 minutes. We've got plenty of time. Let's see if Blitz Assistant has decided if it wants to work or not yet. Aha! Yes! We've got it. It's loaded itself into current. We can see everything. It's magical. Absolutely magical. Let's go over to Blitz Assistant. Oh, there we go. That works. That works very well, actually. Fantastic. Does it? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yeah. So, just so I can compare, let's see here. Kraken Esports beat Souls, predicted by Rolling. Loka beat Kraken Esports, also predicted by Rolling. R2K beat UN1, also predicted by Rolling. Raid and ESA are still playing. First Alliance and 1MB are playing. I picked First Alliance and Raid to go through. Janice lost to L1T. That's the first game that I didn't call correctly. Karna beat L1T. I called Karna beating Janice, so I'm going to count that as correctly. Narvin and Win are still playing. We called BHBP beating Czech Predators correctly, and we called Endgame beating BHBP correctly. Immor and Terci are still playing, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 games still deciding. We know 4 of the top 8. Loka, R2K, Karna, Endgame. No surprises there. Fully expecting Raid to join them. And that would be a pretty, those 5 teams, Raid, Loka, R2K, Carnage, Endgame, are the, at least as far as my assessment is concerned, those are like those are the top 5 big hitters, serious teams, the ones which you have to be on your A game to beat. Win, Narvin, First Alliance, NV, Immortals, Tursi also very strong. We don't know who's going through from them yet. But I would say that they're not maybe in the same kind of tier rating if we were going to bring that kind of system into WoT Blitz on the EU server. But they're going to give them a run for their money. And we've seen Narvin were in the finals, the grand finals of the first ticketed tournament. They lost out to FBI, but they came second place. So, like, anything can happen. And it's very important to bear that in mind. But so far, my predictions have been pretty good. Happy Kiwi is saying all of his predictions have come true. Maybe you are indeed a prophet. Well, let's jump back in now. We got loads of time. So let's go and see if we can't find a replay. I should be drowning in replays. And Anthony98 is sending replays. Anthony, you have to, and for anyone that's interested in sending a replay, there is a link to my Discord server in the video description. Please follow that link. I have a dedicated section for replays. You need to post your replay file and basically the screenshot of the battle results. So, you know, the first page or even the page with like the team results on. I get quite a lot through. I can't take them by DMs. They get lost. It's disorganized. It's much better having them all kind of going into one place. So please, for anyone sending replays to reviews, we have a replay section on Discord, and I encourage you to send them through. I get a lot. I wish I could show them all, but it doesn't always work that way. Now let's see. Where is it? Speaking of the replays section, where the hell has it gone? We showed Rockability's replay. We can delete that one. Oof. There's some really, you guys do some monstrous games. Truly monstrous. Like, I'm scared at how good some of these replays are. Ooh. We've got a replay from the Tingos ESA. I don't know if I've shown this one on channel yet or not. Oh, we've got another one as well from Ramio Jones. Ooh. Let's show this one from the Tingos first. We've got time. Here we go. This one from the Tingos ESA. He's in the E50M, which is a well, it's just a glorious little tank, really. And he's got the Diamond Platinum League. Interesting. Is that me or him? Is that me? That could be quite interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that's me or him, if that's coming out of the replay or not. Would be hilarious if he got banned mid-tournament stream. I would be the first to admit that sometimes I do send angry messages to people. Or I reply to people that send angry messages to me. But our man he's doing a good job here. Really putting out the hurt. Oh. Playing the B area perfectly. His team have gone deep on C. He needs to be careful. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get pushed round from the A flank. I mean, the E50M, it's got the speed. It can do good things. Oof. Oh, there's a fail tune in here as well. Getting a mouse pushing on you with no support from behind. This could be very tricky for our man here. Takes a bounce. Oh, does have some support. Someone's got their head on a swivel, one of the TDs. However, he has lost 900 hit points exactly, which is quite nice from an OCD standpoint. But the Tingos is doing a great job here. Oof. That really looked like it should have gone in. Putting in the damage, 2k inflicted. We're 2.5 minutes in. Good that the mouse has gone down. We really needed that. And yes, the red team do have campus finally connecting with the T-54, picking up the tracks as well. That saved the grill, but the E100 has got very different feelings about that. Oh, we got BTHF here in the chat. Fantastic as well. Oh, that was close. It's a 5-on-4. The red team, I mean, to be fair, they're not camping so much. They've got a Jaeger and a 268. The 54 is in all sorts of trouble, though. The E100, the T28 fail tune's gone down. Who's actually in the platoon with the Jag Tiger? Oh, tier 9, tier 8. 54 and a VK 4502A. Nice track. That's bought the mouse some valuable time. Not enough though. The 268's there. He's looking for the hatch on the 54. The heat shell whistles over the top. E100 pushing in. Looking for that lower plate. Doesn't quite get it. The E100 doesn't have the gun depression to deal with him. It's a 3-on-4. E100 pushing over the top. E50M. Will he get round and safe? Ooh, nice block, 550, that's the heat shell finding the spaced armor of the E50M over the tracks. Great play by the Tingos. He's done a great job here, just playing this central part of the map really methodically. Shuts down the Jaeger. Now he's got free reign to work the T54, picks up a bounce. Now the 268 is there on the table. Greens do have the C cap, leading 800 cap points to 300 and something. He's got an E100 and a Jag Tiger in for support. E50M, it's got really good gun handling, great, a strong little turret, and good gun depression. Not good enough. Not good enough though for here. He's finding a spot, bounces again. 2 APCR shots in the chamber. Nice hit, 6-5-4-4. Going in, do the ram, my son. Oh, he missed. He missed. No. Will the E100 kill steal? Maybe, yes. But 6,941 damage inflicted. 860 Damage blocked. 7,223 damage overall. That's fantastic. Now, are we banned? No, we're not banned. Oh, it was the replay. Ah. 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 Am I chat banned? Let's test. No, I'm not chat banned. So that wasn't me. I'm not actually chat banned. That's, you know, if Wargaming were to invite me to Minsk, Rolling, you should be able to come to Minsk, and then I get a chat ban. You're Rolling. You have failed to live up to our community standards. And I again, as I said, I would be one of the first to admit that sometimes I do rage in chat, just a little bit, politely. It's a very British rage. Sometimes when you get a troll blocking you, for example, in Leopard 1, there's not much you can do. I didn't know that that would happen, that you could get the chat ban. You know what? I'm so confused. I don't even know where to begin. We've got the tournament invite literally that second. Endgame versus Immortals. Ooh. Let's refresh that tournament screen. Hashtag where's my chat gone? Win beat Narvin. I like that. Now, First Alliance did beat 1NV. That's one of my predictions correct. Narvin losing to Win is an upset on my predictions, but actually, between you and me, I'm quite happy that they won. And Immortals beating Tercios is in line with my predictions, so that's pretty cool. Let's just see if we can jump and show you this. Immortals beat Tercios, they go through the top 8. That's really good for their campaign to make top 16, have a shot at the wild card. Win beating Narvin, really good. They're currently bottom of the top 8, so this will really boost their score, locking them further into the top 8. First Alliance are chasing top 8 status. First Alliance, if they do well here, are probably in the best position to they're probably in the best position to run for top 8 in lieu of FBI. FBI are the one team currently in the top 8 that could drop out because they only got one set of tickets this week. If First Alliance, I mean, they got to be Raid, and then they got to be either Loka or 2K. But to be fair, they can make even 4th place. If they can get into 4th place, that's still like 800 and something cups. Where's me thing? There it is. Where is it? Good lord. Yeah, 4th place is worth 877 cups. That's well worth getting, if we're being honest. So, yeah, I'm First Alliance. Keep your eye on them tonight and Saturday, because if they do well in these two tournaments, they could very seriously overtake FBI. First Alliance are currently on 2,278 cups. FBI are on 3,300. They're about 1,100 cups ahead. But FBI only have one ticketed tournament, whereas First Alliance have 2. If First Alliance get, if they place like top 4 in both tournaments, they could leapfrog FBI quite easily, even if FBI also place top 4. If FBI have a bad tournament on Saturday, they might be scuppered by First Alliance, even taking quarterfinal places in both tournaments. It's very, very down to the wire here. Now, what map are we on? Winter Malinovka. Where is... Someone show me the Winter Malinovka map. Really nice to have this one in the tournament rotation at the moment. It's been played out quite well. We've kind of getting a handle on the meta, and it's very unpredictable, at least as far as I can tell. All bets are off, all options are open. Something that we have seen, though, that it's very important to control this middle area. The same with Dynasty's Pearl. Control of the middle area enables you to get flanks in to C or flanks down to A. Certainly playing the information war, sending at least one tank to try and spot a rush or a counter onto A can be very useful. This is one of the maps where you really need to be protecting your rear. The enemy team can send very mobile forces up around here. I am expecting to see quite a few mediums on this map. This is a map that really favors the speed and agility of the T-22. The STB can play really well on this ramp. So can the FB215B. All three of these ramps are FB215B territory. Even here, the slopes up around here really favor the angle, the whole profile of the FB215B, the British Tier 10 heavy tank. It can really dig in and work that armor very effectively. 10 seconds to go. Immortals with double T22, double Foch, FB215B, WZ113. They're a rapid lineup across the table. Endgame with a very similar lineup. A very similar lineup indeed. We've got the only difference is the STB instead of the FB215B. Endgame have got an STB1, whereas Immortals have brought the FB215B. Immortals, this is not their primary squad. Of course, all the Immortals players are very good, but this is not their stellar roster. I mean, they had a lot of problems week one in real life. They had to make some key changes, but they're adapting well. They're working with the talent that they have, and they do have talent. They're in here. They've got tickets both tournaments, Monday, Tuesday this week. They've made the top 8 of this ticketed tournament. We are expecting the Immortals to place in the top 16 and contest the Challengers Cup, maybe for a shot at the wild card. Endgame, Red Team Southspawn playing the A flank, going south. RG in the SDB1. He can probably push that middle ramp to begin with. The WZ113 is backed up by Drogon Storm and the Foch Destroyer, capping C. Fractional cap lead to Endgame. Immortals with the T22s reported, and KW quickly into B. Really nice move. Immortals will have the cap pressure. Can Endgame deal with this? Now we are seeing Bot for You setting up in a sniper position. If any spots come in, he will be able to lay down the hurt. Is he aiming for reported? Is reported giving him enough leg? Now Romka's on that slope, backed up by Ventnum. The 113s to the right of Bot for You. RG playing the slope to the left. Shock and Orca rotating. Cap lead and double cap dominance Bot for You also rotating along with Orca and Shock, and RG rotating in to replace Voopsy. Voopsy tailing round. EG setting up now, potentially for a 5-tank push. Where's Voopsy going? What's he doing? Dropping the speed boost. It's going to be a 6-tank push with RG keeping eyes on the middle area. Immortals are in a bad position to receive the push. We are not alone, and Cox PL could be really out of position. Shock, Orca, Bot for You all spotted. KW, well, he's going to be the one getting eyes on. Ventnom, Bot for You, Romka, Orca all unspotted. There the spots are coming in. The crossfire. Can Immor respond? KW is in Rush City. Voopsy's got a big shot. 659. KW receiving a lot of pressure. Is the response coming? Yes, it is reported. Cox PL going at range. KW deleted. It's a good trade. Immortals still leading on hit points. Shock, Orca, Ronka, Ventnom taking damage reported. And Cox, we are not alone. They're slow. Drogon Storms in the top and the Fox Destroyer on a drum reload. Shadow and Zero with a cool bit of blocking going in there. Vuxi's getting one more in. Shadow's down. Sniper. Now Zero Sniper on the end of 5 red guns. Ronka brawling in the middle goes down to We Are Not Alone. RG coming in to engage with the rear. We Are Not Alone. Reported. Drogon and Cox coming in. Cox looking for the side of Vuxi. Picks it up. Zero goes down to Orca. Shock, Vuxi and Orca. Now barreling into Cox. Ventnom. Bot for you turning to engage. Reported. Drogon and We Are Not Alone. It's a 5-on-4. Hit points hugely in the favor of EG. Ventnom lays down. Reported. We Are Not Alone gets bot for you. RG farming from the backfield. Picks up Cox. And Ventnom. Oh, he needs some help. He needs some shielding. In comes Roops with a little block. It's enough. It's enough. He's protecting Ventnom. RG now in. RG and Shock getting shots. And Ventnom firing over the top of Vuxi. Vuxi, what an amazing team player. And it's 3 caps on the board. 4 guns on the table for Endgame. Beating the Immortals with a really well executed push. Coming back up through their spawn Endgame, going into A, rotating round, and then just coming up the slope towards the C cap. If we bring that up on the minimap here, we can see Endgame pushed in, got the cap, map control, information war, getting spots out here, deciding that they saw some Immortals tanks going this way. They said to themselves, okay, we can actually rotate our forces around. We saw them stacking their tanks, waiting for Whoopsie. It was a 6-tank push. Isolate, focus fire. Immortals didn't respond quick enough. Cox was over here, didn't move. There was an FE215B. They didn't hustle quick enough. If they'd managed that, if they'd hustled quick enough, if the guys up here had been more willing to take some damage, noting that Endgame were really focused on not isolating and shutting down tanks one by one, there was free damage on the table for these tanks, and I don't think they took enough of that. So Immortals, against a team like Endgame, we know they are fierce at the rotations. We know that they can hit hard, focus fire, rush in. We saw Whoopsie at the end there blocking, protecting Ventnom from getting shut down. You need to respond quickly, and you need to match them at that level. And it can be a big challenge because they are playing very, very well indeed. Now, Endgame going back into Immortals best of 3, match points to Endgame. If Immortals can take this, we will go to the tiebreaker. Endgame bringing the T22s, double T22, triple FE215B, double Foch. They've dropped the STB WZ11 approach. Immor bringing IS4s instead of 113s this time. Immor a little bit heavier, a little bit slower. That could be a disadvantage. They may be even slower to rotate. However, they can probably make the IS4s play better in the board than the WZ113s. So it's Endgame red team fighting out of the north spawn versus Immortals blue team fighting from the south spawn this time round. Ventnom still muted by someone. Ufpin just been timed out by Kastu. I don't know why. False concept. Please don't advertise a free T22 account on stream. And don't give up the game. It's a beautiful game. You love it really. Go have a cup of tea, watch a movie or something, and you come back refreshed. Endgame, triple FE215B playing the middle flank here. They're going to look to lock down this slope. The T22s and Foshes have gone wide. Bot for you, spotted in the open, could take crossfire here. No, Orca takes the hit. RG, Romka, Ventnom going under the slope. Ventnom taking damage on the crossing. We've got Zero and Shadow in on B. There's big damage getting chipped off of reported. He's been shot down by bot for you. KW now in all sorts of trouble. Vuxi comes in with a big hit, not quite able to execute a ram kill. Vuxi trying. It's not working. He gets a block in. There's the ram kill. And now Shadow, Zero, and Cox Drogon looking to pick off Ventnom. They do. It's a gun advantage. Hit points neck and neck though. Endgame rocking the gun advantage. They are behind on cap points. They're locking in A. Bot for you getting the cap in. Immortals have the high ground. That might not be in their favor, though. And Shadow taking a hit. Voopsy will have... No, he's on the drum reload. Maybe having one more in the chamber. We're seeing RG playing the middle. The yellow T49A missile event camo. RG and Romka, we said the FE215Bs can play this ramp well. Ventnom went down to focus fire, but these two will play the ramp. Voopsy rotating. Spotted, we are not alone, has eyes on him. Voopsy knows that. Is he willing to take a hit? Doesn't have to. We are not alone pulling back. We are not alone getting one in for 405. Cox coming in. Voopsy gets the hit. Bot for you. Gets a hit into Cox. Orca for the T22 with the kill shot. Orca pushing in. We are not alone. Oh my goodness me. We are not alone goes down. Romka's down. It's a 5-on-3. Strong hit win advantage for EG at this point. They're going to rush in. Drogon's going to get chased by Bot for you. Voopsy is looking for Shadow. Shadow connects, but Orca's teeing up the kill shot. Doesn't quite connect. Voopsy finishes him off, and Bot for you now looking for Drogon. Drogon's got one in the chamber. Can't get the angle round. Shock. Oh! Voopsy goes to the second ram kill. No luck. Bot for you. Uses high explosive ammunition. And Zero, I love you too, buddy. I love you too. And Endgame, another 4 tanks on the table. We're seeing less cap focus games here. It's more about getting the position, getting the kills, and the hit point advantage. The new meta, it's about the speed, it's about the aggression, the focus fire, and about going for the destruction rather than the map and cap control. Endgame outplaying Immortals. No, it wasn't a complete walkover, but they looked comfortable. There was no real point at which Endgame looked to be on the ropes. They were making some bold pushes in both instances, and they were pretty quick games. Bold pushes, pretty quick games. But apart from the initial crossing, the initial rush from Endgame, the push where everything's up in the air and you don't know if they're going to get farmed or not, depends how quickly Immortals react. They can bring their guns to bear. They have line of sight. Can't really see that even from the free cam. Endgame looking very comfortable. Endgame now going through to the top 4. So even if they lose in the semi-finals, we'll still see a playoff game. So we do have a full-length stream, which is great. Well done to your Immortals. Great to see you guys in the top 8 of a ticketed tournament. Lord knows you definitely should have been there last week. But anyways, Endgame onwards and upwards to greater heights. Now, and the Happy Kiwi's absolutely right. Yes, Immortals on the previous game, they got broken down into well, on the first game and even the second game as well, Immortals were broken down into manageable chunks by Endgame. Endgame just kind of dissecting the team and getting the hits in. Hello to Raphael. False Concept. The Bear Nose is here. 0.7, my friend. And looking good. Yeah, if you're here watching, please do get involved in the live chat. The more the merrier. Mod Squad will be keeping an eye on you. That's what they're here for. And to enjoy the stream. Mostly to enjoy the stream, though, I think. It's just a happy synergy that we've got going on. So, it's currently 9:15. Let's go and have a look. When is the next match? Endgame raid Karna. Endgame paying Karna in 20 minutes. Okay. Where's me? Thing. Now we had predicted that raid would go through. That means, well, actually, let's go and have a look now at the Blitz Assistant, because there's a lot of results that have come through, and I feel it would be remiss not to talk about them. Certainly all of the teams here deserve discussion. R2K and Loka are still playing. R2K Loka still playing. First Alliance lost to Raid. That's in line with the prediction. I'm expecting Loki to come out on top here versus R2K. Karna beat Win. That's not unexpected. Endgame beat Immortals. Karna, I think, are currently... I think they've beaten Endgame on every occasion so far. So Endgame will be really hoping that they can get one in on Karna. Karna, though, top of the table, they're looking super hot. I don't want to say unassailable, but they really are. Karna are really playing it, and I would expect Karna to go through to the grand finals here. Sad but true, I think Endgame, we've seen them, they performed very well against BHBP and then Immortals, but I think Karna will best them. Now, ESA losing to Raid, that's a tough blow. I think that shoots their top 8 prospects down, unless they like absolutely spank it on Saturday and come first. I don't know, we'll have to have a look at the trophies on Saturday to kind of work out exactly who needs to do what to stay in the top 8 or the top 16 as applicable. So it's all good. We've got some time. Shock saying that the T22 is OP and that there's no great coordination. I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, let's go and see what replays are waiting for us in the replays channel. Well, we've got another replay. It's from the Tingos ESA, but it's actually from a friend. It looks like a Scorpion replay. I got a lot of time for Scorpion replays. I'm not going to lie. So I will show that. Okay, this is Ramio Jones, M8S, the Scorpion G Stinging. He's teamed up with Gassio Jones R2K. It's a fail tune. Shame. Shame. But R2K, Ramio, and Gassio Jones, Type 6-1 and Scorpion G Stinging respectively. They're on New Bay, the new map in rotation. And not recognizing any other names or clans on the table. It is Supremacy. And they are making a push for C. I can't make head nor tail of this map. With the new maps, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's sad but true. I feel like a dinosaur. I don't understand. I haven't got my head around what's best, where to go best yet. But the Scorpion G Stinging. Now, the tier 10 tanks... He's lucky there's only really one tier 10 tank here, which has got an armor profile which matters, and that's the Jaegeru. He's going to really struggle to penetrate that, I think, even with APCR. But certainly the other tier 8, the tier 9s, and even the Leopard and the 183 are relatively easy prey for him. Now, the VK100.01P gets safe. Nice! Remember, there's some really funny, like the walls that you think they shouldn't be destructible, that actually end up being destructible. And the Jaegeru shuts down the other tier 8. It's no love lost, really. SD1 costed. T54 getting shots in. Drops to APCR, max roll 488. That's quite handy. Gassio's in trouble. The 183. Ooh, that could have been the end of our Scorpion friend. APCR goes into the lower glacis of the Jaegeru. That tree is not destructible. Can he get a shot in? Yes, he can. I mean, it's not bad DPM. It's a 4-on-5 here. Green team in trouble. You can see the Scorpion. It's pulling its weight. It's 2,500 damage in a tier 9-10 game. 3,000 damage. I mean, he's really working it here. I don't know if the Greens win this one. This Centurion bites it. 3,461. It's now a 3-on-3. The Leopard's around somewhere. The 140 is in trouble. Is he going for the Leopard? He will take some damage here. Leopard with HE. Track throws off the shot. The Jaegeru, he needs the assistance of the Jaegeru. That Leopard's got some tasty DPM. Gets the track again. All the Jaegeru bounces. Gonna try and rotate round. Will take another hit. Looking for the side of the... Yes, that's key. Now he just has to protect the rear of the Jaegeru. 4,501 damage. No damage blocked. Lost half his hit points. Leopards in the rotation. Incognito has subscribed. The subscription shark is happy and has made an appearance. Welcome on board, Incognito. And we've also got notifications for Super Chat. And joining the channel as a member. Down in the... below the video, there's a little join button somewhere. Below the chat, maybe, if you got it on a small view like I have. Oh, there goes Halil. There goes the Leopard. Halil. And that's the rear of the... Oh, that's a generous AP roll. 5,362 damage. Tier 8, what do you mean tier 8? Nice shot. Landing. Looking to get round. Oh. To bounce. Oh. What is the C-75 doing? And how do we undo it? Ammo rack for 100 and something damage. 5,978 damage. 121,000 credits profit. Destroyed at least 3 enemy vehicles that were 1 tier higher in a tank destroyer. Picked up a high caliber and a top gun. That's a tier 8. Ramio Jones. Solid stat line. And Gassio Jones as well. R2K, obviously another solid stat line. Even in the Diamond League, Ramio not calibrated just yet. Big replay. That made me very happy. Very, very happy indeed. Even if it was a fail platoon, I take it all back. There was no fail there. There was just... there was a very strong tier 8 tank. Played very well, I'll give you that. I will give you that. And LVR10 is asking if there is the NA live stream later today. There is. I'll set that up after this stream, but we'll be following Rain, and that will be going live at, well, 3 a.m. Central European Summer Time, which is about 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Rain will probably maybe have a buy round. There you go. UZ Spy just subscribed. We're in the garage, so the notifications are in the wrong place. Excellent. But yeah, we will be streaming North America. And we're following Rain. We'll probably be starting at 9:30 Eastern Time, but officially we'll be starting at 9. We see. Keep your eyes on the tournament chart. If you see Rain have a buy round, you know we're starting half an hour later than anticipated. Tacos here. Boris Steimer. Hello, my friend. Edgar GQ. And Lego. I think Lego's from FBI now. Yes. Okay. How are we doing for time? We don't really have enough time for a replay, unfortunately. So let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's a good replay. Okay, we'll show. I know what I'm showing next. Okay, let's see what's happening on the tournament scene because we've got some unanswered questions. Loka beat R2K. I called that one correctly, which is somewhat validating. So Loka beat R2K. It's going to be a Loka raid match in one of the semi-finals, and Carnage EG in the other one. So my top 4, my predictions for who would make the semi-finals out of 19 clans were correct, which makes me feel like, you know, I kind of know what I'm talking about, which is good. It's what you look for in someone casting. But I'm expecting a Raid Karna final and a Loka EG playoff. Of course, I look forward to all of the upsets. It is best of 3. Anything can happen. Certainly these 4 teams now are going to be very healthy on the scoreboard. Now, that invite, it's coming through any minute now. Any minute now. What's happening in the chat? Clan chat. Nice and clean. What we like to see. Where's my... I need credits. Does someone want to donate me some credits? I don't have the modules yet on this bad boy. I spent 1,000 gold to get the crew up to 100%. I just couldn't hack it. I'm so over grinding crew skills on tier 10 tanks. I'm like, no. You know what? No. I know it's very poor financial planning, but at this point in my Blitz career or history or lifespan, nah. I'm not doing any more of that. Oh, come on. Show me the match. Any minute now. Well, let's actually have a look at the prizes. It's worth putting this into perspective. So the teams that got knocked out first, Janice, Czech Predators, and Souls, they actually don't pick... Well, no, they pick up 521 cups. It's worth noting, if you come first in a non-ticketed tournament, it's worth 431 cups. So even placing in the... Even just showing up to this tournament is worth more than winning a non-ticketed tournament. To put it in perspective how important getting the tickets on Monday, Tuesday is, just showing up is, for one of these, is worth more. So it's really important to get tickets Monday, Tuesday, as FBI may find out later on. Now, 9 to 16, so this is Kraken Esports, UN1, ESA, 1NV, L1T, Navin, and BHBP. They're picking up 613. That's the tournament room. We'll go over there in a bit. For R2K, First Alliance, Win, and Immortals, coming in the 5 to 8 spot, gets you 727 cups, which is almost, I mean, it's double. Like, I think it's almost double coming second or third in a non-ticketed tournament. So big numbers. And then when you start getting into like the level where we are now, e.g. Karna, Raid, Loka, it's like the cups jump. So 877 for 4th place. 3rd place is 300 higher. 2nd place 300 higher again. So making the finals and winning it, it's a huge jump. Oh, we got a subscriber, Christoph. It's our favorite troll. He subscribed. He's getting the numbers in. That's very kind. So you can see that actually winning the tournament makes a really big difference to the campaign. Where are we going? Here we are. There we go. Now, we're ready. We've got 3 minutes to go. Endgame, not here. This is interesting. The map will be... What will the map be? The map is going to be Port Bay. Where is... No, I don't like this song. Sorry. Bringing up Port Bay now. Strat sketch, here we go. This is the Port Bay map. Blue Monkey Gaming is here. Very good to see you, buddy. Misha, the Bear Nose, Alex Bird, MH, Gilly, Dragon Power, Red Werewolf, 1976, Bold, Ramio Jones is here, Fox 1, Canada, The Rock 1. Oh, lovely. So, 2 minutes to go. This is Port Bay. You all know the drill, or at least you should know the drill by this point in time. It's possible to play the city in CW because you basically your teams working together and you can cover it quite nicely. If you are going to contest the seaside, you need to control this corner. It's the same in Clan Wars tournaments as it is in randoms. You need to control this corner. We've seen Endgame. This is something that I didn't know you could do. You can actually get a bat chat up this slope. There's a grass path up here, and with a speed boost and enough momentum behind you, you can get up into this spotting spot without going the long way around. And that's a really nice move. So we're going to be seeing Carnage starting off. I think maybe it was Karna that showed us that. Karna will be starting off from the north spawn. Looking at the lineup, they don't have a bat chat. I don't think we're going to see them pull that off. Endgame will be in the south spawn to begin with. Carnage with double Foch, double FV215B, T22 IS4 140. Nice little mix of tanks there. Endgame are bringing a double FV215B, double T22, double E50M, and a 140. Carnage with the Foch 155s has got hitting power. Endgame with the mediums are a little bit more flexible, a little bit more mobile, can engage better on the move. Although the Foch 155 is a powerhouse of DPM, it does have to kind of stop, turn, bring its gun to bear, and aim. If you're going to go for a rushing brawl, or you want to kind of get really busy in the city with like a lot of tanks, more mediums the merrier at this point in time. Although, as we've said, Karna are the favorites going into this one. Certainly, they have been the victor in all previous matchups. Nico's not ready. Nico's ready. Huh? Doesn't matter how good you are, if you rock up to the game with one less gun, it's gonna suck. It's really going to suck. So now we're just waiting. For everyone to load in. Carnage, red team, no spawn. With the Foch tanks. 2 mediums up against EG's 5 mediums. That's worth putting in perspective. 2 extra mediums on the table. 3 extra mediums on the table. Rolling math. 3 extra mediums on the table for Endgame. And it looks like, well, Karna are going deep on the C flank. Endgame are going into the city. Kind of counterintuitive here. You'd expect Endgame to want to play outside more. But it's Carnage bringing all 7 tanks onto C. Maybe Radicross General Object 3 will be looking to defend B. You can see the FP215Bs with a matching camo. Big appreciation for that. Rotating round. A is on the go for EG first, though. They will get the cap lead. They're in a better position to defend. And cap B, we're going to now be looking. Carnage, they have to fight against the momentum of the game. They have to take the fight to Endgame. Endgame have to dig in, make sure they don't get caught out of position. WoT potentially could be caught out of position in the 140. He doesn't really have many options for getting safe. No one spotted at the moment. Carnage are being very aggressive. This rotation round, Radikos in the IS-4 has been spotted. WoT must have an anticipation that something's coming. He gets a shot in. He's still not spotted. Endgame are really far away. WoT is in trouble. He's out of position tremendously. The guns of Carnage will be falling upon him any minute now. He has to get out of there. Are the tanks spotted? He's done a great job of moving. Object 3 has got eyes on. He's connecting. WoT is eating damage. Oh my goodness me. He's in all sorts of trouble. He's caught out of position. Endgame are on the rotation. WoT is down. Edgar, Fosh 155, shuts him down. Carnage, decisive, very quick. Endgame didn't expect them to rotate that quickly and that sneakily. Carnage getting right on top of WoT. He had nowhere to go. The focus fire, and now Romka's getting hit by Radikos in the IS-4. Carnage playing very fluidly. This unit moving together. This big ball of 7 tanks rolling around the map in harmony. Radikos in the IS-4 choking down the middle. Now Karna countercapped A, Endgame countercapped C. Karna now holding the cap advantage with the kill. Ghost to subscribe. Welcome aboard, Ghost. Now, RG in the E50M. You notice how the little subscription shark is just fits in there perfectly. Ah, wonderful. Endgame, they're rotating. They're going to be kicking themselves for leaving WoT in the open like that. Carnage will be feeling pretty happy. Are they going to try and countercap? RG's keeping eyes over C. You see, no, he's not. He's bouncing out. Could be a misplay. Carnage, though, are not looking to countercap C. Think we could be seeing a brawl breakdown in A. Dakudas in the 140. And there's WoT's smoking wreck on the other side of those containers. Dakudas in soft cover. Endgame now rotating back through. Romka spotting up Radikos. Are the Fosh 155s, they're rotating. The F, Object 3 General. Edgar's got a good line of sight. Does he? Does he have a good line of sight? I can't tell. Blue Steel and Dakudas playing the front line. Dakudas will stay eyes over, ready to countercap. If Endgame make the play for A, he's ready to counter. Blue Steel splitting the distance between A and this flank. Radikos pulling back. He is the spotter. Looking maybe to get eyes on that river. Orca, RG, Nico will be popping up. But we can see that Edgar and the F are ready and waiting. Radikos gets the spot on Orca. Will he take damage? He bounces Radikos. Radikos takes a hit from RG. Big hits coming in. Romka. Oh my goodness me. Carnage ready and waiting. They've hammered Romka. Endgame need to protect Romka. Romka getting blocked by Bot for You. Oh dear, that's a huge misplay. Now we're getting the brawl breaking down here. We're going to be seeing Dakudas coming in. Yes, Dakudas and the Blue Steel coming into the brawl. It is a 6-on-5, the advantage. Or a 6-on-4, the advantage is fully in Karna's favor here. Bot for You now getting in all sorts of trouble, but he does manage to shut down Object 3. Hit points are double in the favor of Karna. The brawl is pretty open. There's no real focus fire going on at the moment. It looks like actually RG is the call. Edgar laying one in. Blue Steel will get the kill shot in. Yes, he does. The F. Big hit into Nico, but we've lost General to Bot for You. It's a 4-on-2. Bot for You and Nico really in trouble. Bot for You setting up Blue Steel for the kill, but now it's a 1-on-3. 2 of them are Foshes. Nico, really, there's nothing he can do at this point, and Edgar with the kill shot. And EG going into that brawler gun down. Also, really good discipline. The Fosh 155s waited until Endgame had committed all of their forces over the ridge before opening up. making sure that Endgame committed to the push and the brawl, then giving them that big alpha damage disadvantage. You saw how quickly the FB215B, I think it was Romka, just his hit points absolutely evaporated. Poor WoT really caught out of position. Shock not getting his gun into the brawl and into there. Effectively, he was tunneled early on as well. Great play by Connor. That rapid rotation early on, catching Endgame totally off guard. They weren't ready for it. WoT was hideously out of position. They didn't have the information that they thought they had. Carnage were able to bring all 7 tanks into this spawn and then back down. And WoT was here. The rest of Endgame were God knows where over here. They weren't in a position to support. And WoT was basically engaged from 4 or 5 guns here. He never stood a chance. And they didn't have, Endgame didn't have eyes on, they didn't have information on this part of the map. And Carnage, because of that, they were able to shut down WoT. They moved. That was a purposeful push. The route that they took was specifically designed to go undetected. They went deep. They went wide on this route. They didn't want to risk getting spotted around here. They went very wide, came in, and it was super, super effective. Now we've got the Rock One saying, "I love you, Rolling," from Turkey. I love you too. Fun fact, I'm actually going to Turkey in November. I'll be spending a week in Akyaka for a business conference. Obviously, that's not how you pronounce Akyaka, but there we go. Endgame and Karna going back into it. Match point on the table for Karna here. Endgame need to tie this one up to take it to a tiebreaker in the best of 3. What a brutal format the best of 3 is. Interestingly, the Ascents, ticketed, non-ticketed, all best of 3 single eliminations. The Professionals tournament is going to be a single round robin and a best of 7, playing 2 best of 7 matches per evening over the period of a week. I think there's like it's busy. It's a busy schedule. Karna, double FE215B, double Foch, double 140 STB. They've dropped the heavy tank. They're bringing an extra medium, and that's probably a good call. Now, Endgame, triple FE215B, triple Foch STB. It's Endgame's turn to be the slower side and the harder hitting force. If they can get stuck into a brawl early on, that could be their advantage. But the blue steel in this STB, Adamant, is in a really strong position. He's getting spots in. Object 3 takes some damage in the FE215B. Blue steel looking to get cross shots in on RG, pushing up onto this slope here. Nice play. We can see Endgame largely unspotted, getting spotted now as Dakudas and Radak and Dakudas push across. RG taking a bit of fire, but largely unscathed. There's a Foch 155 rotation coming. This could be beautiful. They're not going for the cap, they're going for the super sneak. Are they aware? Object 3, the F and Edgar are aware. They're looking to counter. Orca takes a big hit. Oh, damage rolling into Object 3. Orca and Shock and Bot for You getting shut down here on the flank. Edgar lays a huge hit into Shock. General with topside shots takes a hit. Endgame not focus firing. They're chipping away hit points, but they're not doing so effectively. Connor are out trading them here. And Connor are also rotating round. Endgame are going to get trapped. They're going to get pincered. Shock has gone down to Edgar. And you can see Endgame have rotated into support here, but that's opened the doors for the 140s to come in the back way. Orca's down to Edgar. Romka takes down Object 3. We're in Brawl City. Nico goes down. It's a 6-on-4. Karna looking so strong at the moment. What a great counter to the Foch 155 push. They felt it coming. And the damage numbers here is 5 to 1 hit points for Connor in their favor. Romka goes down to Edgar, and last man standing is WoT and Radikos in the 140 with a kill shot. And there's a big discrepancy there. I think there's an extra 5 or 6k damage on the table being output by Carnage. Yeah, 5k, just a little bit more than 5k. So I guess a 5 to 6k is pretty good. Karna shutting down Endgame very effectively there. That it was a good idea by Endgame to counter that little flank, sending the Foch 155s in through the city to come up the back way. But Kana were ready for it. They anticipated that very well. They had the better firing positions, out trading there. Endgame, I think the mistake then pulling off the other flank. Endgame, rather than kind of pushing in two ways, consolidated into one place. And that meant that Carnage could then execute their own pincer. And Endgame kind of gave them that a little bit, which is a bit disappointing to see. But I don't actually think Endgame, maybe they didn't have many options, to be fair. That was rough. It was very rough. But Karna beat Endgame as predicted. It'll be very interesting now to see who's winning out of Loka and Raid. Loka were a little bit under my radar coming into this tournament. It's only as the Ascent Tournaments got underway and I saw the roster and I looked at the track record of how they were doing. I was like, these boys are top 4 material. No mistake. Now, let's see if the assistant has updated. Raid beat Loka. The room's up already. That's pretty rapid. Let's see. Did I predict this? Oh, I did. I did predict that Raid would beat Loka. This is my initial. Let's see if I can just bring this up. Raid with the yellow dot. You can see that I put Raid to go through to the final. Karna with the purple dot, them to go through to the final. And I picked. So that means, yeah, I predicted the finalists correctly, and I predicted the 3rd and 4th playoff correctly. I'm quite happy with that overall. Obviously, now I haven't actually picked who's going to win out of Raid and Karna. I'm going to be very controversial and say Raid are going to win. I think Raid are going to beat Karna. That is bold. That is very bold, I know, but I think Raid are going to beat Karna. Rumor on the street was Raid were kind of just playing the bare minimum, or tactically underrepresenting their abilities to kind of go under the radar of the other teams. This is all rumor mills, it's all hearsay, but it's exciting, so we might as well talk about it. So the rumor is Raid have been downplaying their abilities to get into the top 8, but not get identified and kind of countered as a threat by the other top teams, kind of go under the radar. My theory was that they would then set up the ante this tournament, rather than put all of the onus on Saturday, like do or die. They would try and deliver today, and then maybe they'll take their foot off the gas on Saturday to go back to going, oh no, we're not as good as we used to be, we're not the defending world champions. But that is conjecture. So I'm expecting Raid to win, because I think that they're being super sneaky, and they are still as good as they were in 2018, if not significantly better. Endgame versus Loka. This is a tough one. There's some really, really good players in Loka. Unicum, Ariana Grande, Yuriki, No Skill, Karolek. I mean, Fox Toast is... I don't know if he's in this particular squad this evening, but he's in the clan. There's a lot of talent. We're going back into Winter Malanovka, which is a shame, because technically Loka now have the stream of Endgame to refer back to. Endgame may have their strats lifted and countered from earlier versus BHBP, I forget, versus whoever they played. No, Immor. I think it was Immortals. I think BHBP was Dynasties Pearls, Immortals was Winter Malanovka. So where's my strat sketch? There it is. 1 minute to go. Just remind ourselves of the mini-map here. Now we've seen, and maybe Loka will be aware, that Endgame run a very, very fierce rotation. Focus and destroy. Rotate, isolate, focus, destroy, repeat. and they were very, very comfortable against Immortals. Loka, though, both in terms of stats on paper and performance so far through the Twister Ascent Tournament series, have been a better team than the Immortals. This is a higher tier opponent, objectively, than Immortals. Endgame may find the kind of ballsy strats that they put into play versus Immortals might get scuppered here versus a very, very competent Loka team. Loka, I want to say that Loka, the underdogs going into this one, they know that. They want to prove us wrong. They want to prove the haters wrong. They want to show that they are a very serious team. And so this could go either way. This is a very, very tough game to kind of make a prediction on. But Endgame, double Fosh, T22, STB, double FE215B, WZ113. It's a nice mix. Loka with the Bat Chat. The light tank gives them that extra spotting, speed, mechanic. If they can leverage that, great. Oh, double Bat Chat. Risky. If they can get those Bat Chats wolf packing together, spotting targets, engaging, disengaging effectively, doing the burst damage, doing everything the Bat Chat needs to do, if they can get them doing that right, those Bat Chats will make hay while the sun shines. If those Bat Chats are caught out of position, or if it gets sucked into a brawl early on, those Bat Chats could really struggle to basically survive and output damage at the same time. Now it is Endgame Red Team South Spawn versus Loka Blue Team North Spawn. We're in the playoff. I've lost my mouse. No. There we are. We're in the playoff for third place Twister Ascent Tournament number 7, the third ticketed tournament. Both of these teams currently in the top 8 on the leaderboard overall. By making the top 4 this evening, their chances of going through to the professionals tournament are basically assured. Endgame, same as last time, we've got Shock in the T22 going for A, RG in the STD1 playing the ramp, Loka quick on the double cap, no skill, just Vano, firing off a shot, blind firing, Orca and Boopsy not spotted, the Fosh 155s in the spawn flank, Loka rotating the Bat Chats round to get spots on back through Loka's spawn. Those Bat Chats, they're fast. They can rejoin. If Endgame decide to do a similar push up back through their spawn, the Bat Chats are fast enough to get involved and put in crossfire. And that could be really dangerous for Endgame. Now Endgame are rotating Romka and Stoppy up to the ramp. RG is going to cover the left flank. Nico in the 113 rotating round to join Shock, Foopsy and Orca. Project pushing in, takes a high explosive round from Orca. Orca is getting one more in the chamber. Will Loka are going to hold. Loka, no damage output just yet. It will be coming though. Project and Yuriki has taken a bit of damage. Project with some splash damage. Yuriki taking one hit. Not sure when that came in. We're a minute and a half in, just over. Loka leading by soon to be 200 cap points. They've got double cap pressure. Endgame have to make the decision how they're going to push up into Loka. Loka have the advantage with the high ground. That's a nice shot. Nico taking, and RG taking damage. Unicum and RG exchanging. Nico taking more fire. Loka ready to receive and put damage out. They don't have guns. Oh, there could be some isolate, focus and destroy here. Karalek and Project in trouble, but Shock will get crossfired. No, he gets safe. Karalek and Project are in trouble. Here come the Bat Chats on the counter. It's a good hit point advantage. Orca's in trouble, gives the side to Unicum. Unicum's looking for another shot. Does get it. Orca's down to a one shot. RG's looking to put shots into Unicum. Voopsy's teeing up. Endgame repeating business, repeating the order that they put in versus the Immortals. Simply Stoppy now looking for the kill shot on Unicum. Will get it. Easy pickings. It's a 3-gun advantage to Endgame. They're looking very comfy. Yuriki's looking to come in and shut down RG, deny the medium mobility of Endgame. RG's angling up very well. Orca with the shutdown. Nico's gone down at the top. Shock and Romka now getting stuck into Just Vano. Just Vano is on a drum reload. Big roll from Romka with Hesh. Shock finishes him off. Ariana Grande's gone down to RG. And now simply Stoppy coming into Baron. Shock and Romka, well, Baron, last man standing, 1 versus 6. It is just, we've got the Crimson Fury camo. Nice touch. And it is Shock with the kill. Endgame. Obviously not worried about Loka watching this stream. I think Loka are watching. Because they did exactly the same thing that they did versus Immortals. And they did it well. 1 gun down. I think they actually did it better against Loka than they did against Immortals. So scrap everything, as you said. Loka won't be happy about that. 2 minutes to go. Endgame sorting out the roster. Loka going back to the drawing board. I think the bat chats were potentially a bad call. Expect to see those get switched out. I don't think the bat chats work against a Foch FE215B T22 kind of lineup. It looks like Loka are shuffling those. Ariana Grande, Yuruki not ready yet. Karolek, the IS4, old meta, stalwart tank, potentially getting changed. Yuruki taking the Foch 155. It's a good call. Project going into the IS4. What are Ariana Grande and Karolek taking? They've got 1 minute to decide. Loka are having a discussion. Bot for you has been rotated out. Endgame is now Nico, Romka, Shock, Stoppy, Whoopsie, Orca, RG. That is a fearsome roster. Bot for you going into the spectator camp. Interesting point of order for the professionals tournament. At the moment, in Ascent Tournaments, teams are limited to 9. That's 7 players, 2 reserves. You can rotate freely, of course, which is good, as it should be. The professionals tournament rosters will be 10, 7 players, 3 reserves, 3 rotations, which is worth noting. However, there will be no in-battle spectators apart from those casting and streaming the tournament. So at the moment, teams can put someone in to spectate. That could be a battle, that could be your caller, your commander, or just someone, an extra pair of eyes, relaying tactical information to the team in general. Endgame don't have that. Loka actually have an advantage in theory here with the spectator. Endgame, no spectator, but the spectators will be out of the table, off the table, not available during the professionals tournament, which is a decision I very strongly agree with. I think if you had the option of the commander being present at the offlines or at any tournament without being in the game, then okay, it makes sense to have them as a spectator in an online game. But if you're not going to have a commander there or a manager or someone calling the shots in the offlines or in other tournaments, then they shouldn't be present in the qualifiers in the spectator seats. So although they've been here in the Ascents, they won't be there in the offlines, and that could make a big difference for some teams, because we saw it with Thomas from Legion, and we see it with Zerd from R2 Gate. Both, again, do not misunderstand me, they're both fearsome players, but compared to the rest of their team, lower skills on paper, lower mechanical skills, amazing callers, truly phenomenal callers. But if they can operate from free cam or spectator mode, and you can put in a 7th really talented, mechanically skilled player, it dramatically changes the dynamic of the team. And now it's Endgame's turn. They've gone up north. B and C capped. Yuruki, super sneaky, unspotted. Shock in trouble. It looks like Ariana Grande, Karolek went for the 140s. It's a double FE215B, double Foch, double 140 IS4 lineup for Loka. RG in trouble. Oh dear. RG is surrounded. Baron and Unicum coming in. Does he have support? I don't think he does. RG is getting rushed hard. Unicum will get a shot in. Yes, he will. It's a low roll though. RG, can he get safe? Karolek in the 140 gets a hit in. Yuruki has been focused down on the other side of the map. Endgame wrapping up this side. Endgame might be putting themselves in a bad position though. They're behind on hit points significantly, 1.5k. They've also lost Oopsie and RG. 2 guns down. Loka have got Project and No Skill, just Vano off to the side. And they're bringing in the rest of the force. Unicum, Ariana Grande, Karolek, Baron in through here. EG in a pincerable position. They need to focus down Project and No Skill. Pick one and delete it. Shock and Nico taking a lot of fire. The force is coming in. Unicum looking really healthy. Karolek as well, teeing up a kill shot and shot. He should be able to pick this one up. He does. Romka's taking down No Skill Desvano. It's a 4-on-5. There is a double hit point advantage in the favor of Loka though. And Project gets Nico. I think this one's going to Loka. We're going to have our first tiebreaker match of the evening. Romka and Stoppy now chasing Project. Project getting safe. Ariana Grande takes down Orca. It's 2 FE215Bs versus 5 tanks. They've got Baron coming in over the top, as well as Ariana Grande and Unicum. Karolek gets another kill, and Simply Stoppy surrounded. He's got tanks everywhere, and it's Ariana Grande in for the kill. Did not know she was a Blitz player. Wargaming might want to jump on that for promotional purposes. But yeah, you can see here Loka flipping it on its head. RG out of position in the STB1, quite frankly. Really just too far isolated from the rest of the team. And again, a lack of vision. The same thing that we saw with Voopsy in the 140 on Port Bay. A lack of vision. Not seeing the tanks until it's too late, until there's too many on top of you. And he was just outgunned with no support and shut down. Would have expected Endgame to have a more effective push down through Loka spawn. Didn't execute. Now it's 1-1 Loka and Endgame going head to head in the playoff of the playoff, deciding who comes third, who comes fourth. There's a difference of 300 cups in it. It's not that important at this point for either team. Certainly by making the top 4 and having another set of tickets being able to go into the tournament on Saturday. Both of these teams are looking really well set to make the top 8. But you want to win. You want to win. We're going into Normandy. 45 seconds. You know the drill. Normandy is a very interesting map. Lots of options. 4 flanks along the beach with fast tanks. Looks like Loka might be doing... Oh, interesting choice. Loka with a single batch at Yuriki. Yuriki and Voops, I think, both coming from First Alliance way back when. Former clan and teammates at one point, if I'm not mistaken. Same with Unicum. So good to see a bit of history between players here. Spanning years, we're talking. Which is always interesting in video game terms. Video game timescales. 10 seconds to go in. Endgame with a 268 IS4. Stepping back from the new meta. Taking potentially a more resilient lineup. And Loka also bringing the Batchat and a 268 and IS4s. It's almost identical lineups. Both teams with one Foch, double IS4, a 268. The difference being there's a WZ113 and T22 for Endgame, and there's a Batchat and what looks to be an extra... Oh no, there's an extra FV215B for Loka. So it's Endgame, red team north spawn, do or die, the planes crashed in the middle, Loka, blue team south spawn. Both teams doing a really good job of basically fanning out over the whole map. Stoppies into D, Loka with Ariana Grande, Karolek and Yuriki. Triple cap C, they get it much quicker. They're going to have a 6-point advantage over Endgame. That's not much to write home about. It's certainly quite easy to cap stop that difference. Romka and Stoppy pushing in. No skill, just Vano. Lays out a big hit into Stoppy. Spotted pulling back. We'll get one more in the chamber. Not going for the drum reload. I might have gone for the drum reload there. But he's just waiting to hang in. And there's going to be a bit of a stalemate on this flank. No skill, just Vano. The last shot sails over the head. Romka gets one hit into him. Stoppy's taking some damage. Project now potentially exposed. Can Orca get a reset? I don't think he's got a hit. That's high explosive potentially. Or is it Voopsy? Maybe it's Voopsy. Voopsy's forcing Project off A. That 6-point cap lead is carrying. B's on the go. That's Baron in the IS4. Romka's calling for help. Certainly Endgame are trading more effectively at the moment, but not by much. They've got a 700 to 800 hit point lead, and Stoppies. Jinx Stoppy. Really overexposed. Where are those shots coming in from? Yuriki connecting well on Stoppy. The side of the FV2 on 5B. Stoppy quite low, below 1k HP, really reduced effectiveness. Easily a double tap for the Foch 155. No skill, Justano is in a great position, operating from soft cover. Won't be spotted until he fires. If someone spots Stoppy, and Stoppy is potentially in his view range here, it could be big problems for Endgame. Loka, that position, Vano is so instrumental in this formation. He's controlling that entire side of the map, making it a bit of a no-go man. And Project gets the cap in. Voopsy and Orca dropping the ball, letting the A cap go. That's giving Loka the cap pressure they need. Endgame need to start chipping away at those hit points, and then when they think that they're ready, make a push in and try and shut down some guns and get a counter cap on the go. Project, well, opposite man Loka, opposite man Voopsy. Stoppy getting crossfire in area. Grande connects with Stoppy. Stoppy really needs to stop taking risks. He needs to just get safe and try and survive until the end game. Ariana Grande takes a big hit that came in from Orca. Baron is in a nice position. I like this. Also, he's got that bloody camo, which I can't seem to get a hold of. And Orca's spotted, doesn't connect. Well, he does connect, but it bounces. Ariana Grande taking more fire. Baron taking some hits too. RG and Stoppy working effectively. Orca will have 2 more in the chamber soon. And Nico pushing in very aggressively, completely fluffs that shot. Karolek potentially connecting again. Ariana Grande pushing in aggressively. Hit points neck and neck. Very evenly matched on hit points. Loka with the cap point advantage. Yuriki and No Skill getting a great push and counter cap on. RG now in trouble. No Skill, just Vano to finish him off. Yes, what a great play by Loka. Bringing those tanks over the top, and Shock's in trouble now. He's a one-shot, getting stuck into Unicorn. The batch has been used well. Baron's gone down. Shock gets taken down by Karolek. Endgame really on the back foot here. The hit points, it is possible for them to bring this back. They've lost Stoppy though. It is a 3-on-6. There's 3 cap points to 1. Orban Attila has just signed up. Orca goes down to No Skill, Banner, and Loka. Loka wrapped this one up, and Voopsy goes down, and last man standing is Romka. Full health. Well, it was full health. Alas, not anymore. And you can see Yuriki, the Batchat. That tank was used so well in that game. Yuriki and No Skill, well, No Skill Justano was absolutely... Oh, that's the wrong briefing. We're not on Winter Malanovka. There we go. Oh, I don't know what that is. No Skill Justano in the Foch 155 had... Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, I believe in me. He basically had this whole area locked down. We got some time now. We're not got any more games coming through. So playing out of here, he had such an awesome field of fire. He denied this entire area. And it protected that one tank, meant that Loka could get gun advantages here. They could put more tanks further this way and not have to worry so much about this flank. And at the same time, that opened up. Project in the IS-4 was able to cap A, which gave them even more cap pressure. And then I think what kind of really sealed the deal was the Foch 155 coming into C, and the Batchat as well. I don't know where they came from. I think they were fighting out of here, and the Batchat as well. Look at this, stratsketch.com is just absolutely worth they came in here, and Voopsy in the 268 not only did the Foch 155 and Batchat get the counter cap on the go, and C, which when you think A and D were already in the hand of Loka, Loka already had a lot of cap pressure that upped the ante. They were also able to clip out between them. Worth noting that combo, a Batchat on a Foch, were able to disable and shut down the 268 in one clip each. I mean, you know, 5 shots. Really solid mobility and performance, and that opened up the whole back flank. And then Endgame were basically just caught horrifically out of position in the middle here. And I mean, actually, if you have a look at the scoreboard here, the hit points are pretty close. It was a very good trade, but Loka, as is always key in tournament play, competitive Blitz esports, focus fire, getting guns out of the game. They're only 3k ahead, but they've got an extra 4 guns into the end stage. Plus, they had 3 caps to 1. So being able to come out on top in terms of both cap and map control, like we saw with the Foch 155 no skill just Fano, and also being able to come out on top in terms of the hit point game, and then just hammer that home towards the late phases of the whole game itself. Very well played. Loka, absolutely superb performance. I'm really impressed with them that game. And having seen how well Endgame played versus BHBP and Immortals, no doubt in my mind that Loka will have a very good time at the Professionals tournament. And it's worth noting, actually, oh god, it's worth noting actually that because we are going into a Professionals tournament where it's not a double round, it's a single round robin, albeit however you want to pronounce it, being a best of 7, which is awesome. Thank you, Wargame. Best of 7 is absolutely fantastic. Even better than the best of 5. It means that each individual match is less variance dependent in terms of map, and one bad game shouldn't derail your entire course. Teams need 4 wins in a best of 7 to lock it in, so that's at least 2 maps. Flawless victories for one side, winning both spawns on both maps to go 4-0 to win a overall fixture, which is quite unlikely when you have a look at the teams that are going to be going into the top 8. So that's one thing, which is good, the best of 7. But for me, what's really important is a single round robin. It's not. Each fixture will carry so much more weight. In a double round robin, to begin with, you can be like, oh, we can take a few losses, or we can actually lose to this team twice. But as long as we rack up wins against some other teams, we should be okay. To make the top 4 in a single round robin, you have to do really well. You have to do really well indeed. So it's the pressure's going to be on for these guys, and it's really nice to see Loka demonstrating their capabilities here this evening. Anyways, awesome game, awesome chat. I think we've had a really good stream this evening. Lots of people watching live. So please, if you've stayed with me through my ramblings about all of that, what I just rambled on about, please do like the video if you have not done so already. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. I would recommend holding off on the subscription actually until another stream, because if you subscribe when we're mid-stream, you get the little subscription shark and your name put up on screen, which is GG. And yeah, if you want to click the notification bell just so you know exactly when all the streams are, that's cool. But we are putting up lots of information on the official WoT Blitz Discord server and my own Discord server. So you don't need the notification bell, you just need to be on Discord. Also, if you aren't on Discord, please do join my Discord server. The link is in the video description below. I'm not too difficult to track down if you're already using Discord. Great little free gaming chat app. We have a lot of fun. We talk a lot about tournaments and clan wars. And if you are having fun with anyone on live chat at the moment, they are there. And you can carry on your meaningful esports conversations in our house on Discord. So yeah, this is me signing up. I'm going to be back in 5 hours more or less to stream the North America, same Twister Ascent Tournament, day number 7, the third ticketed tournament. We'll be following Rain. Everything up in the air on North American server. A little bit. I mean, there are some teams which we're pretty much 100% going through, but the rest of the bracket, the rest of the top 8, there's lots of unanswered questions, so that's going to be really exciting. Looking forward to seeing you all then, hopefully. Anyways, this is RollingSwarm signing off for now. See you guys. Thanks again.